Hi, welcome back. I think I'm coming down with a cold or something, so ignore my horsey voice. But welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Amber, and I like to share food bank hauls. Yes, I will go ahead and address this right now, first and foremost, so that those that are new that are watching this video, if you do not want to see food bank videos, then please skip along. If you don't have anything nice to say, whatever. I mean, the negative comments keep coming. I've said it's not going to change me. Yes, what you see behind me is a very nice kitchen. What you don't see is our financial struggle, and that's not my, I don't have to tell you guys that. My followers that have been following me, they know. And yeah, so if this is the kind of stuff you like to see though, is the food bank hauls, how I utilize free food from the food bank that would otherwise go into the trash to feed my family, then here you go. Not everybody is made of money. I don't receive any government assistance. I make a little too much. I'm considered working poor. So yes, I utilize my local food banks. I utilize my resources to feed my family. I'm not going to allow my family to run and go completely without and be hungry. I am proactive, and I go to these food banks and I receive this food. Now, like today, you're going to see an abundance of food, a lot of food. I will take and preserve this food and put it on the shelf for later use, because if I don't preserve it, then it's going to go to bad because I'm not going to be able to use it in a reasonable amount of time. So I am still getting negative comments. Guess what? Those negative comments means you've seen my video, which in turn helps my video to be monetized, for my video to make that little bit of an income. It's not a lot, but every little bit is going to help. I can use that income that's coming in from YouTube to go to the grocery store maybe and get the things that I don't receive at the food bank, or maybe to put that money towards a bill so that, guess what? We don't lose our home, or we don't lose our vehicle, which is our way to work, or we can put gas in our vehicle to get to work. Or say my kid has a field trip and she needs the money to go on that field trip. There are many reasons why people utilize the food bank. And it's not our place to judge one another. So it's sometimes it's irritating because I see and I read these comments. I just deleted one off of a earlier post or an earlier video, and it said, your pantry is full of food. What a hypocrite. You want to know why I have jars of food on my pantry? Because I preserve the food that I receive from the food bank that I get in abundance. I know how to can. Does that mean I'm going to use 12 quarts of tomato sauce? No, not in 1 week, not in 1 month. So for all the naysayers out there, move along. I got enough followers that support me, and I mean, it is what it is. So if the kind of content that I publish is the kind of content you like, then please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, comment, share. All of those help me to bring in a little extra income for my family. So besides all that rambling, which apparently I talk too much too, but guess what? I don't care. In real life, if you were to meet me person to person, I'm not a talkative person. My husband always says I give y'all a person that he doesn't even get, because typically I'm quiet. I'm not a social person, but it's different dealing with my YouTube family. I don't know. It's different. So today I went through a monthly food bank. You guys have seen in the past that we have this one local church that does a monthly food bank. It is once a month. Hold on, let me turn this light off. There's a glare. All right, see if that helped. No, maybe it's the light behind me. Oh well, we're just going to deal with the glare, guys. But it's a church that does a monthly food bank. and it's typically held on the weekends. Sometimes it's on the weekday, it's in the afternoons. I do try to go to it because sometimes you get like an abundance of stuff. Last year I got 3 of the 3-pound blocks of cream cheese. I mean, so I always try to attend the monthly one because you never know what you're going to get. So I was able to go. Good thing about it too is it's also a drive-through event, so even though I feel like I'm getting a cold of some sort, I didn't have to get out of my vehicle. I didn't have to be hand in hand with somebody. There is a lady that comes by and gets your information, but because I've already been before, she has my information on file. So she asks, hey, have you been? Yes. Name. I give her my name. She looks, she finds me, she checks me off. But I went, and I'm going to get you guys turned around so that you can see what I got. You will notice in this video, some of the items that I received at this monthly food bank are almost identical to some that I received last week at the bonus food bank that I went to, which is a blessing because it's stuff my family's going to use. So I'm going to get you guys turned around so that I can show you this and then get started with my preserving and putting it away. All right, I'll go ahead and start you off on this side with the abundance of produce. Remember last week I got a whole bunch of tomatoes, but I got just regular slicing style tomatoes. This time I actually got Roma tomatoes. So I am going to do the same thing. I am going to cut out the bad spots. I'm going to wash them and cut out all the blemishes and bad spots and get them in a roaster to cook down to sauce so that I can have some more sauce on my pantry shelves to use for spaghetti, lasagna, whatever kind of tomato sauce I can, have it on there. Big box of dirty sweet potatoes, which it's awesome that they have the dirt on them because that means that they're straight from the field and they should do perfectly fine in long-term storage. So there we go. I got some more green bell peppers. Some of them have some little blemishes. I will do the same thing. I will sort through these. I will wash them and I will preserve them. I will most likely freeze these. I will probably dice, slice, and freeze. I got a part of a bag of carrots, you guys. If you remember, 2 weeks ago, I got a 50-pound bag of carrots. Last week, I got a grocery bag of carrots, and this week, I got some carrots. These, what I'll probably do is sort through and put some of the bigger, some of them in my fridge for fresh eating for my oldest daughter, or maybe using, fresh cooking. And then I will probably shred and freeze some for, like, carrot cakes throughout the winter. So that is my goal with that. Here we have some regular style potatoes, like white potatoes. So always great to get those on hand. We have another one of those giant melons, and I did confirm because I was able to slice one from last week. They are a honeydew melon, so they're the ones that are green on the inside. Back here we have 3 beautiful, they're not even squishy, I mean beautiful pineapples. My oldest daughter will have gone in no time, and my husband, so I'll just cut those and they can have it for fresh eating. Down here, I was happy to see this romaine lettuce. I use this in place of bread when I'm doing sandwiches or burgers. If I want to feel like I have something to hold, I'll use romaine lettuce. So that was great. Back here, if you guys remember correctly, last week I also got those Food Lion is a Food Lion Feeds box, and in each box there was tomato sauce, corn, green beans, spaghetti, mac and cheese, and rice. Well, today I received 2 boxes at the monthly, so we have some more shelf-stable items. Again, I'll throw the rice in the freezer, leave it for 24 hours to make sure any and all weevil bugs are killed off, and then it becomes shelf-stable. I also received this, which is awesome, you guys, because it's 2 of the mini crust, which I love to make my family pizzas. So that's perfect to get. It's the perfect size that my daughters can just make their own pizza with, a little guidance here and there, because otherwise they make a pizza so thick that you're not going to be able to pick it up and eat it. So we have pizza crust. a container of classic hummus. And I was actually looking at this. I think I can make this work because it says 2 tablespoons is 6 grams of total carbs. So, I mean, I love hummus, and I think I can actually make that work so that I can enjoy it. Awesome thing to get is some cheese. Typically, I shred my own cheese, and the reason being is pre-shredded cheese. Look at the ingredients. You have cheddar cheese, but then you have potato starch, which is, you know, and powdered cellulose. Those 2 items which to prevent caking and something I can't pronounce, a natural mold inhibitor. I mean, it's still low carb. It's still great cheese. I will gladly accept it and use it. But typically, I will shred my own cheese. Now, speaking of cheese, I got 3 of these market side ready to heat sides, macaroni and cheese. What I will do with these is I am actually going to throw these in the freezer. Right now, they're refrigerated. It says best if used by January 4th. I'm not even going to pay attention, even though it's still well in date. But because I know I can just take and heat one of these up for the family as an easy side, I'm going to throw them in my freezer. And this, can you guys tell what this is? It's more mac and cheese, you guys, but it's a big bag of mac and cheese. So what I'm thinking about doing on this one is like taking and, you know those little foil pans? Well, I have a couple like reusable pans, freezer style, that go from freezer to oven, that I'm thinking about cutting, like not really cutting because it's liquid, but dividing this in half and wrapping it up really good and freezing it so that all I have to do is take it out of the freezer and throw it in the oven, and then there we go, some more mac and cheese as a side item. And then for the meat, I got a giant rack of ribs, you guys. There's no label on it, which makes me think this came from a store or a restaurant or a butcher somewhere, because there's no labels on it, but it is a beautiful rack of pork ribs. So that was awesome to get. And there you guys have it. That is what we received at the monthly food bank. Again, the ones that have the negative comments, keep them to yourself. I mean, but if you must, go ahead and post them. It's okay. You will not stop me, and you will not discourage me from going to food banks. And I hope you are not discouraging others from reaching out and getting the help that could be the difference in a child eating that night. So I will have some resources linked below in the description box. I will also have my Buy Me a Coffee link if anyone would like to support through a monetization type deal. The Buy Me a Coffee, there is a wish list, but there is also the $5 Buy Me a Coffee type things. Don't feel like you have to. I put it there because if someone wants to, they can. No one has to feel obligated that, you know, that they need to, because I can promise you, I don't have the money to be doing it for others. So if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Don't stress it. Don't do it. But yes, I am glad you guys came along, and I hope you have a wonderful and fantastic day, and hopefully I get over whatever this slight sickness cold that I am coming down with. Until next time, guys, take care.